Guy gets the ball, it's a breakout, a turnover, three guys run down the floor, you try to make a basket. But there is a pattern to it. So when you're in a transition situation, there is a pattern to what you want to do, isn't there?
Well, yeah, we have, obviously a pattern or a script, landmarks on the court. We want to keep the ball in the middle of the floor. We want to get our wings down to the corners and then work back to the free throw line, stay high and wide, and really spread the floor, space the floor. And it's spacing that's really critical. Obviously, if one defender can guard two offensive players, they're at an advantage and we're at a disadvantage. So we want to always try to make sure that we have the advantage. And that's, transition only. The real dilemma in transition is, can you play fast? And obviously, if you can't, then transition is going to be a little bit more difficult because you certainly don't want to turn it over. You got to get a shot every offensive possession.
One of the really catchwords in basketball today is spacing. And maybe it was not so important back in your era as a player. But today, because of three-point shooting and getting guys open and guys driving the basket, finding lanes, it's become such an important part of the game of basketball today. How do you view spacing and how do you teach that part of the game?
Well, spacing obviously is critical, and I've mentioned it several times, but with the three-point shot, now it's almost like that mid-range jumper is non-existent. Either you take it all the way to the rim, get in the lane and really attack, or you shoot the three. And, you can, have one of two philosophies. Either you're going to really be a post-up, in the lane type of offense and, then kick it, or you can, rely on the outside shot. I would like to think that, we're trying to be a little bit of both, that if we're not shooting the ball well from the outside, we can get it inside and take advantage of, the lane or the short jumper. But you're right, the spacing is critical because, like I said before, obviously we don't want one defender to be able to guard two offensive players. And, if they're not going to guard us on the perimeter, we're going to make sure that we're behind a three-point line. And, I think we got the guys to be able to knock those shots down.
Do you think a lot of people understand how important that lane play, that penetration into the lane area, how important that is to your three-point game and drawing defenders in there and kicking it back out again?
Yeah, one of the best shots as far as percentage-wise is that in-out. So if you can get into the post, and even if the defense collapses, and not necessarily on the ball side, but if you skip it and go diagonal across, that's a really good look because most of the time when you catch it, you're already ready to shoot it, and it's a catch and shoot. It's Coach Zeicher always used to say that those kind of shots are what you shoot playing horse or pig, and obviously that's why the percentage is a little bit higher.
Well, you opened the second half of the season with a real tough assignment tonight with this Rhinelander team. Tell us about this matchup tonight.
Yeah, Rhinelander's very good. We were fortunate last year to get them up there. They played man. I doubt we're going to see a possession of man tonight. We're going to see a 1-2-2 full court defense. We're going to see a 1-3-1. They might trap at times. And then we'll see, what Rhinelander's really known for is that 2-3 or 3-2 matchup zone. That gives teams just a lot of problems. And they got as good a player as there is around. Owen White, he's a 4-year starter. He was a conference player of the year last year. And, Rhinelander being 8-1 and really their only loss is a game they should have won. They had point down late and ended up losing in overtime, and that was with Joey Hauser. So, yeah, very, very good opponent here tonight, starting off the kind of the second half of our season. So, real good test right off the bat.
National anthem is performed by the Marshfield Tiger Pep Band, set for basketball tonight. Marshfield and Rhinelander meeting in this non-conference matchup here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse. Before we get the ball game underway, let's check our starting lineups for tonight's ball game. A service of Sternweiss & Sons and their block division, 400 East Arnold Street in Marshfield. The starting lineups for the Rhinelander Hodags for tonight. At center is Owen White, 6'5" senior, averaging 15 points per game. He'll play his college ball next season at Division II Michigan Tech. The forwards, Brock Leader, 6'1" junior, averaging 7 points per game. And Reese Flores, 5'10" senior, averaging 3.8. The guards are Brad Comer, 5'9" senior, averaging 8.2 points per game. And Junior Howard, 5'10" junior, averaging 8.5 points per game. Hodags coached by Derek Lemons, now in his 7th season. His record 106 wins and 44 losses. He is assisted by Chad Bulkema and Jason Kramer. The Hodags are 7-1 overall and 2-0 in the Great Northern Conference. For the Marshfield Tigers tonight, at center, Grant Urban, 6'4" senior, averaging 1.6 points per game. The forward, Seth Anderson, 6'5" senior, averaging 19.9. And Isaac Miverden, 6'4" sophomore, averaging 4.6. The guards are Brant Bowman, 5'10" junior, averaging 9.3 points per game. And Reed Miller, 6'6" junior, averaging 13.9 points per game. Tigers coached by Scott Scheuer in his 3rd season as Tiger head coach. His record 35-22, assisted by Ryan Larson and Sean Lee. Tigers 5-4 overall, 2-1 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Rhinelander wins the tip and moves into front court to our left. Reese Flores holds out top. Comes to Owen White, top of the circle, outside the paint area. Comes back outside again to Brad Comer. Far side, Flores outside the arc. Tigers playing half-court man-to-man defense. Brock Leader in the circle. Turned away by Miller. Comer comes back out top again to Flores. Lob inside for White. Turns, comes back outside again for a 3 by Leader. He drives, lays it up and missed it, and pulled in by Reed Miller. And here's a foul on the breakout as Brad Comer reaches in on Reed Miller. First on Comer, first team foul. Tigers starting Grant Urban tonight so they can have somebody just specialized defensively on Owen White. That's the reasoning for Grant starting. He handles the ball right now in front court. Comes outside to Seth Anderson. Skips it far side to Miller. Baseline to Bowman. 1-2-2 zone defense here by Rhinelander, just as Coach Scheuer expected. Miverden on the far wing, hands out top again to Bowman. High post Anderson fakes the 3, now drives down the lane. Kicks it back out to Miller. Cross court to Bowman. Downstairs, Miverden comes back to Bowman on the cut. He drops the ball, taken away by White. Tiger turnover. Comer comes front court to Flores on the far wing. Comer back out top. He'll launch a 3-pointer and miss the shot. And the rebound grabbed by Grant Urban. He played 90 seconds, still no score. Tiger ball. Miller out front, far side to Bowman. 1-2-2 zone by Rhinelander. Bowman brings it top of the key. Near side to Miller. Back out top again to Seth Anderson. He's had a great hot hand lately. Bowman baseline fakes the 3. Goes back outside to Miller. Right back to Brandt in the corner. Picked up by White down there along the baseline. Now Anderson on the drive to the foul line, turned away. Double teamed out there and comes back outside with it. Now has some defensive problems, but hands to Urban along the baseline. Skips across court to Miller. Reed with a long 3-pointer from the wing. It's good. Miller for 3, his 22nd 3-point basket this season. Tigers lead by 3. Rhinelander on the attack. Junior Howard across the line on Brad Bowman. Baseline to Owen White on the far side. Near wing to Flores. Dumps it baseline to Brock Leader in the corner. Turns on Anderson, drives, is stopped by Seth and drops the ball. Loose on the floor, picked up by Bowman. He'll hand to Urban, and Grant fouled on the breakout. And Urban leading the break down the floor. And a foul called here on Owen White, his first foul. Second team foul. Tigers inbound inside to Miller. Short jumper, missed it. Back hits his own rebound, back up and missed it again. Back up and in this time by, I believe, Anderson. It is on Anderson. Anderson on the putback, and the Tigers lead by 5. Rhinelander on the attack. Howard along the far sideline. Bounces to White, top of the key. Right back to Howard on the far wing. Off the screen to the circle, turned away. Baseline Flores for 3, up and in. Reese Flores for 3. Tiger lead down to 2, and now Rhinelander with some full court pressure. 1-2-1-1 full court zone. Meverden in backcourt, dribbles into a double team, comes across line to Urban on the cut to Anderson, who drives and scores. Tigers break the press very nicely and go up by 4. Rhinelander back down the floor. Flores along the far sideline. To the baseline, stopped by Anderson on the switch. Comer on the far wing, picked up by Meverden. Tigers playing half-court man-to-man. Here's White, top of the key. On the drive, spins on Urban. Turnaround from 10, up and in. Tough turnaround jump shot for Owen White. Rhinelander back to within 2. They press again. Anderson in backcourt. Dribbles across the line. Baseline to Urban. Back to Seth on the cut. He'll drive and score. Tigers beating Rhinelander down the floor. And Marshfield back up by 4. We've played 4 minutes. Rhinelander has the ball back. Howard across the line on Bowman. Gets a screen, goes baseline, goes all the way inside. His shot rejected by Miller and grabbed by Urban. Reed Miller on the block, ahead to Anderson, stopped in front court. Back out top Miller. Reed on the drive, in the lane, pulls up 10 foot away, around and out. Tipped around, a rebounding foul on Marshfield. Both Miller and Urban are there. Somebody over the back. Looks like it's going to be on Grant Urban. First on Grant, first team foul. Bryce Schickard comes in for Rhinelander, 6'3" junior. He's averaging 9.5 a game. Rhinelander back down the floor, trailing by 4. Owen White out top. Junior Howard top of the circle now. Backs it out. Looks to White, top of the key. Holds on Urban. Comes back near side to Howard. Off a screen by White to the foul line. Leans in, back to White. Open near side for 3, up and in. Owen White with a three-pointer, giving him 5 tonight. Tiger lead down to 1. Anderson in backcourt, holds the ball. Cross court to Miller, baseline to Bowman. Tigers break the press once again. Out front, Anderson. He'll launch a three-pointer. Good. Seth Anderson for 3. And Seth has 9 points in the first 5 minutes tonight. Marshfield back up by 4. 13 minutes to play in the first half. Rhinelander to forecourt. Howard near the center line. Flores comes baseline to Comer. On the cut downstairs, White is open down low. Lays it in and fouled as well. Owen White on the backdoor cut for 2. Basket is good. And the foul on Grant Urban. Second foul on Grant and the second team foul. And that'll get Anthony Postolik off the Tiger bench. 6'1" sophomore, averaging 5.8 per game, normally a starter. Anthony comes in. Owen White, foul line left, attempting a three-point play. White will play his college ball next season at Division II, Michigan Tech. White ready, his foul shot up and in, so he's got 8 points so far this evening. And Rhinelander back to within 1. They press again. Front court passes going down the floor, though, untouched out of bounds. A long pass up the floor towards Seth Anderson by Reed Miller, and Seth couldn't get there. Tigers bring Tommy Olson in the ballgame. 6'2" junior, averaging 3.8 per game. And Reed Miller will set. 12:45 left in the first half. Tigers lead 12-11. Putting on pressure now. Comer across the line on Meverden. Bounces into White, turns on Anderson. Leans in, left-hander up, around, and in. Owen White with 10 points in the first 5.5 minutes. And Rhinelander has its first lead at 13-12. Tigers dribble into front court. Anderson on the near wing. In the lane to Meverden. Kicks it back out to Seth. Cross court, Bowman, far corner. Now Postolik, top of the circle. Anthony looks around, finds Olson, baseline to Bowman. In the corner, Meverden turns, right back out to Bowman. Now Anderson in the lane, leans in and was hand-checked going to the basket. Rhinelander foul called on Junior Howard, his first, third team foul. Tigers inbound, baseline front court. Meverden will throw it in. Far side to Bowman. Brandt cuts to the basket, comes back out to Olson. Bowman gets it back, waits for Anderson on the cut. Seth can't get free. Postolik right back to Anderson near side, open for a three-pointer, off the lip and out, and rebounded by Owen White. Rhinelander has the ball, leading by 1. White dribbles to front court. Stopped out downstairs, White again. Turns on Anderson, fall away jump shot, good. Owen White not missing, he's got 12 points in 6.5 minutes. And Rhinelander by 3, their biggest lead. They put on some pressure, but Meverton dribbles to front court for the Tigers. Hands back outside to Postolic, near side to Bowman. Brand holds in the corner. Dribbles back outside on Flores. Olsen out near the center line. 1-2-2 half-court zone by Rhinelander. They extend out when they can. Bowman on the near sideline. Bounces into Anderson to the lane. Left-hander leans in and missed it. Tipped around and claimed by Howard of Rhinelander. Good scoring chance there for the Tigers. Flores to front court has no advantage. Inside feed to Schickert. He'll turn. Left-hander goes up and missed it, but was fouled by Postolic. Anthony on the foul, his first third-team foul. Schickert, the one guy on this team aside from White with some size. He's 6'3" junior and got posted up down low on Postolic. Big mismatch there for Rhinelander. Schickert shooting free throws. The first is in. 10:55 remaining first half. Tigers trail 16-12. Reed Miller back in for Brand Bowman. And Rhinelander brings in Brad Quaid, a 5'9" senior, averaging 8.5 a game. Tigers add John Rigel to the lineup. 5'11" senior, averaging 1.3. One more free throw for Schickert is away and missed and rebounded by Reed Miller. Tigers down by 4, 10:50 left in the first half. Marshfield on the attack. Anderson near side. Ball knocked around out of bounds. And the officials confer here. Ball will stay apparently with Marshfield. Last hit by a Rhinelander defender. Tigers inbound at quarter court, trailing by 4. Rigel throws in backcourt to Olsen. And Tommy will cross once again. Near side to Postolic. Anthony dribbles out top himself. Needs some help here. And lobs near side to Anderson outside the arc. Back out front, Olsen swings to Postolic once again. Postolic looking around, comes to Anderson top of the key. Olsen along the baseline. Man-to-man defense here by Rhinelander. Now Postolic far side, high post to Anderson. Can't get off the shot. Spins it back out to Miller in the corner. Reed can attack. Cross-court feed to Postolic once again. Right back to Miller. Out top, a three-pointer by Reed is away and good. Reed Miller hits a three. And we have a timeout. Rhinelander takes a timeout, their first of the ball game. 9:57 remaining in the first half. Our score is Rhinelander 16, Marshfield 15. Coverage of Marshfield Tiger basketball this evening on WDLB, a service of the Dental Clinic of Marshfield, S&S Insurance of Marshfield, and the Marshfield Tiger Hoops Club. Tigers led early by 5. Rhinelander has come back, and they've led by as much as 4. They're up by 1 here. 9:57 remaining in the first half. Tigers out with Postolic, Rigel, Olsen, Miller, and Anderson. Rhinelander coming length of the floor, leading by 1. Brad Comer will throw it in. Junior Howard takes over in backcourt, starts out on Reed Miller. Seth Anderson down low, defending Owen White. Comer on the backdoor cut, a wide open lay-in by Brad Quaid. Quaid on the backdoor cut for 2. And Rhinelander back up by 3. They press again in backcourt. Rigel has it. Bounces ahead to Anderson. Set to front court to the near side. Down the lane, cut off. And a reach-in foul coming. Rhinelander player grabbing the basketball, but got the arm as well. That's going to be on Brad Comer. Second foul on Comer, 4th team foul. So Brock Leader back in for Comer. Tigers inbounding, baseline front court, 9:30 left first half. Tigers down 18-15. Lob up for Anderson at the high post. Seth double teamed out there. Was back out front to Postolic. Far side, Miller along the sideline, dribbles back out front. Rhinelander's defense quite aggressive, double teaming on the outside. Miller needs some help. Finds Rigel at the far hash mark. John starts to attack. Now he's double teamed. Needs some help. Finds Miller on the near side. Baseline Postolic. Anthony back outside again to Miller. Miller lobs far side to Anderson to the baseline. On the cut to Rigel. Knocked away and stolen by Rhinelander. Tiger turnover. Howard comes to front court, holds on the far wing, picked up by Miller. Tigers playing man-to-man. Miller top of the circle to the near side. Baseline hits Quaid. Looks downstairs to Schickert, knocked down by Reigel, goes out of bounds, and last hit by John. Isaac Meverden back in for Marshfield for John Reigel with 8:40 remaining in the first half. And the Tigers trailing 18-15. Marshfield inbounding at quarter court. Meverden comes in to Postolick. And Anthony crosses the timeline on Leader. Now double teamed on the outside. Anderson on the near wing. Lobs out top again, Meverden. Baseline, a three by Postolick, around and out. Tipped up and in by Anderson. Seth Anderson on the tip in. Tigers back in by 1. Here's Rhinelander to front court. Howard top of the key. Far side to Schickert, outside the arc. Downstairs White. Turns on Anderson, leans in. Left-hander is up and no good. And rebounded by Anderson. White doesn't miss very often. Front court feed comes to Meverden. The backdoor cut to Anderson, who drives and scores. Anderson from Meverden, and the Tigers go back up by 1. 7:50 remaining in the first half. Rhinelander on offense. Howard pushing far side to White. To the foul line, backs in, comes back outside to Leader. Can't get off the three, attacks the lane, and gets caught up in traffic and walks with the basketball. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger basketball on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer. I'm Gene Delisio at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Tigers lead by 1, 7:35 remaining in the first half. Ball knocked away from Postolick, loose on the floor, picked up by Meverden. He lost it, but grabbed again by Postolick. Tigers reset. Baseline Miller. Back out top Meverden. Far side Reigel. Downstairs hits Anderson. He gets hit and fouled down low. Call here against Rhinelander. Gets on Bryce Schickert. His first foul, 5th team foul. Tommy Olson back in for Ethan Postolick in the Marshfield lineup. Tigers to inbound. Baseline front court. Here's Junior Howard back in for Rhinelander for Bryce Schickert. Pretty small Rhinelander ball club out there without Schickert. White is 6'5", no one else more than 6'1". Inbound pass to Miller on the far wing. Bowman back out top, right back to Miller. Top of the circle, Anderson swings near side to Olsen. Bowman from the corner, can't get off a shot. Back outside, a three-pointer by Meverden off the back of the rim, no good. And pulled in by Brock Leader. Rhinelander has it back, Howard rushing to front court. Stopped on the far wing, so he'll take a three and miss the shot. And Bowman goes high to grab the rebound from Marshfield. Brand stopped in backcourt. He'll cross to Anderson. Seth in the center circle, right back to Bowman on the near wing. 6:50 in the period. Tigers by 1. Meverden right back to Bowman in the along the baseline. Facing a double team, drills back outside again. Anderson far hash mark. Seth holds the ball, starts to attack on Flores. Baseline Miller, Reed open for a three-pointer. It's offline, but picked up by Meverden. Back out to Anderson for a three-pointer, and this one's good. Seth Anderson on the three off the offensive rebound by Meverden, and Marshfield goes back up by 4. Anderson already has 16 here in the first half. Rhinelander on the attack. Howard comes near side to White. One-on-one with Anderson. He'll go to the baseline, lean in, force the shot up, no good, but fouled. White's a left-hander, makes him tough to guard. And Seth Anderson gets the foul call, his first. 4th team foul. Owen White, foul line left, shooting 2 for Rhinelander. White will play his college ball next year at Michigan Tech. That's where Kyle Stankowski of Mosinee played for 4 years. First free throw by White is good. Brad Comer back in for Rhinelander. Quaid is out. 6:10 remaining first half. Marshfield on top, 22-19. Second free throw by White, around and in. So White has 14 in the first half. Seth Anderson has 16. Marshfield leads by 2. Rhinelander pressing once again. Anderson will cross the timeline on the near sideline. In the lane to Meverden. Kicks back out to Miller. Reed swings it back to Anderson. Through his hands, out of bounds. Tigers turned the ball over. Marshfield's 4th turnover tonight. Rhinelander back on the attack. They can tie with the basket. 5:50 left
before halftime. Flores on the far wing. Dumps it baseline, a three-pointer by Comer up and no good. Tipped around, Flores has it back down low, but he's in too deep. Lobs it back outside again to Comer. Here's Howard, top of the key for three, up and in. So Junior Howard hits the three off the offensive rebound. And Rhinelander goes back up by one. They press in backcourt once again. Miller has the ball ahead to Anderson. Back to Reed, he'll cross the timeline. Far side to Bowman. Brand picked up by Flores. Top of the circle, Howard, or to Olsen rather, defense by Howard. Miller, far side, Bowman in the corner. Can't get off the three. Goes back outside again, Reed Miller, swings back to Anderson. To the baseline, stop down low, turns, leans in, drops the ball, gets it back, kicks out to Bowman. Three-pointer by Brandt, away, no good. Long rebound, lost by Olsen and grabbed by Flores. Ahead to Howard, a breakout for Rhinelander. Howard stops top of the circle. Picked up by Bowman, gets a screen from White to the foul line, kicks back out baseline to Flores. Comer fakes the long three on Meverton. Near side White, he'll try a three-pointer and miss it, and Miller screens off to grab the rebound. Tigers have it back. Miller across the 10-second line, bumping with Comer, 4.5 in the period. Reed down the lane, leans in, shoots and scores. Reed Miller attacks for two, and Marshfield goes back up by one. Rhinelander on the attack. Owen White along the far sideline. He'll lob it downstairs to nobody. Throws the ball right past Leader, out of bounds. Rhinelander's third turnover. Bryce Schickert back in for Rhinelander, and White gets a rest. 4:17 remaining, first half. Tigers on top, 24-23. Backcourt pressure. Meverton with the ball in backcourt. Still dribbling. Ahead to Miller, across the line to Bowman, near side Anderson. Seth goes baseline, leans in and scores again. Boy, the Tigers have really capitalized on the Rhinelander press tonight. They're back up by three. Anderson has 16 already. 3:55 remaining in the first half. It's Rhinelander ball. Leader in the far corner. Drives on Meverton, gets inside and drops the ball out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers for Rhinelander. Hodag's press once again. Rhinelander in a 1-2-2 zone. Bowman in backcourt. Dribbles across the timeline. Baseline to Olsen. Tommy pops a three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. And Flores screens off Anderson for the rebound. Comes near side to Comer. He'll hold outside the arc. Downstairs, Schickert. Turns on Olsen. Inside to Leader. Comes right back out to Schickert. Leader couldn't shoot the ball over Anderson. Leader has it back on the near wing. Now lobs in for Schickert down low. He'll force the shot, and Meverton slaps it out of bounds. Last hit by Meverton. It's Rhinelander ball. Owen White right back in for Rhinelander. Replacing Brock Leader with 3:20 remaining in the first half. Marshfield on top, 26-23. Rhinelander inbounding. Pass comes near side to Comer. He'll fire a three-pointer and nail it. Three-pointer for Rhinelander. Ties the game at 26. That's our first tie. 3:10 remaining in the first half. Miller in backcourt. Double teamed. Still in backcourt. Now dribbles across the line through traffic. Baseline to Olsen. Drives inside and lays it in and fouled as well. Tommy Olsen cuts to the basket for two off the feed from Reed Miller. Basket is good. And the foul called on Bryce Schickert. His second, sixth team foul. Leader coming right back in for Schickert for Rhinelander. And Quaid back in as well for Flores. Tommy Olsen, 4 of 5 on the foul line this season. Line right attempting a three-point play for Marshfield. And the foul shot away off the back of the rim and missed. And knocked around by Meverton out of bounds. And that ball was grabbed by Leader. Then Meverton slapped the ball out of his hands and out of bounds off Leader. Heads up play there by Isaac Meverton. And we have a foul as well here. I believe we have a foul on Leader. As the two scrambled for the loose ball, Leader knocked down Meverton. First foul on Bryce Leader, 17th foul, and that puts Marshfield into the bonus. Isaac Meverton only shooting 35% on the foul line this year, but he is line right for a 1-and-1. Meverton set, and his first free throw is good. With 3 minutes to play in the first half, Marshfield leading 29-26. Neither team is led by more than 5 so far tonight. One more free throw for Isaac Meverton. Shot is away and also good. Tigers go up by 4. Putting on some pressure in backcourt. Comer has the ball up the near sideline. Picked up by Miverton. He'll cross the timeline to the near side, down the lane all the way. One-hander up and around and out. Tipped outside, and a rebounding collision here between Miller and Comer. And this might go on Comer. He went down. He got the worst of the collision, but it was his action that caused the collision. And that should be 3 fouls on Brad Comer. That is his third, 8th team foul. And Reed Miller on the foul line, where he shoots 74% for the year. Reed with a 1 and bonus here. Reed 8 points so far tonight. Miller set. First free throw, good. 2:47 remaining first half. Tigers lead 31-26. This matches Marshfield's biggest lead. Reed Miller with a second free throw. And the shot is away and short and pulled in by Owen White of Rhinelander. Hodags back up the floor, trailing by 5. Comer off a screen from Flores on the near wing. Bounces into White on the cut inside to Comer. In too deep. Short jumper rolls in, however. And so Rhinelander does score it. Rhinelander back to within 3. Long inbound pass deflected by Flores. Thrown back on the floor and stolen by Rhinelander. However, we may have an over and back call here, as that ball was thrown back on the floor to Quaid, who had to take it in backcourt, then recross again. So a double turnover there. And Marshfield has the ball back at the center line, leading by 3. Miller moves back across the timeline. Near side hits Bowman. Ball slapped loose, out of bounds. And last hit by Quaid. Marshfield inbounding at quarter court. Miverton throws into Miller near the center line. Near side Bowman once again. High post Anderson. Turns on White, baseline Bowman. 3-point try is up, off the rim and no good. Ball's on the floor and claimed by White. 2 minutes in the period. Ahead to Howard on the far side. Back out front Quaid. Far side White starts to drive. Kicks out baseline, a 3 by Leader up and in. Brock Leader hits his first 3 of the night. And we're tied at 31. 1:40 left in the first half. Rhinelander with pressure. Miller in backcourt. Ahead to Anderson. Front court to Miverton. Isaac to the baseline. Turned away. Knocks a man down for a charge. Miverton runs over Brad Quaid for a charge. First foul on Isaac. 5th team foul. Tigers' 6th turnover. Anthony Postelik back in for Marshfield for Miverton. And Rhinelander can regain the lead with 92 seconds in the period. Junior Howard has the basketball. Starts out on Isaac Miverton. And he'll cross the 10-second line. Holds it out front. White on the cut downstairs to Leader, forcing the shot up, and it rolls out of there, tipped outside, and claimed by Tommy Olson. Marshfield on the run out. Now Tommy harassed in front court. Ball comes loose on the floor, picked up by Flores. Rhinelander gets it right back again. White dribbles back to front court. One-on-one with Anderson. Starts to attack at the foul line, cut off. Goes back out to Quaid. He'll drive, short jumper, rejected by Miller. Grabbed by Miverton. Right back to Miller. Tigers come back to front court. Olsen in the near corner. 45 seconds in the period. Olsen double team, comes back to Miller. Backdoor cut to Miverton. He's open down low, but in too deep. Kicks out to Anderson once again. Seth on the drive, in the lane, leans in, one-hander up and in. Seth Anderson scores it. Tigers back up by 2. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Rhinelander to front court. Junior Howard near the center line. Picked up by Miverton. High post White. Ball tipped away from him, however. Comes back out in the corner to Quaid. Has no shot. Comes back out to White. 10 on the clock. As we close out the first half, Marshfield by 2. Clock down to 7. White near the center line. Drives on Anderson. Pulls up at the foul line. Comes back out to Howard. A 3-point try up and no good. Rebound at Miller as time expires. And a very competitive first half of basketball here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Once again, Tiger basketball this evening on WDLB. A service of the Baldus Bread and Butter Shops in Marshfield. When you gas up at the Marshfield Tiger or Columbus Don's Pride Pumps on North Central Avenue next to Walgreens, 6 cents per gallon is donated to that school system. That's at the Baldus Bread and Butter Shop next to Walgreens on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. Our halftime score here at the Bosun Company Fieldhouse in Marshfield, the Marshfield Tigers 33, Rhinelander 31. We'll come back with our halftime program following these messages.
When it comes to financial decisions, it's good to know.
Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston. We make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Farm and industrial jobs. Total Electric Service. The name says it all. Total service for all of your electric contracting needs. 384-3311.
An excellent team is built from the ground up. It starts with a solid foundation, support among its members, and the development of a winning tradition. If you're planning to build or remodel, think of the tradition offered at Trudeau Construction.